A really wonderful day, and it's really amazing to see this large of a group here on PEI. I'm from rural Prince Edward Island, and a lot of the areas that they're wanting to do the fracking process is going to be in rural Prince Edward Island. When you turn on your tap, you shouldn't be able to take a lighter or a match and then it be flammable. Being from an island, we definitely have to make sure that we're protecting our groundwater resource and also that we're protecting our environment. Tourism here is so important. I don't think there's going to be too many people that want to come visit an island where you can't even drink the groundwater source. It's a very, very important issue, and that hopefully that our government will be proactive and not reactive on this issue, that they'll actually ban it before it even starts.
And we're here to join with you to say, no fracking way. And we want this to be heard right across the province and right across the country. We're seeing that communities are turning out in huge numbers to protest the fracking process that is gaining momentum in this country. People take to the streets and say no. Quebec people took to the streets and Quebec has banned fracking, and that's what we need to have in this province. When we speak to government people here, including the Minister of the Environment, he tells us that there will be no fracking unless the Environmental Protection Agency in the United States says it's going to give the okay to it. Well, we know that in the United States, the Environmental Protection Agency is suppressing the growing evidence that fracking is dangerous to health, it's dangerous to groundwater, and it's dangerous to the environment. The government of Prince Edward Island should never, ever even allow any kind of experimentation with shale or fracking in this province. We need a ban, complete, full, and never. With PEI's environmental record, where nitrates and pesticides are now contaminating our groundwater, if we have shale or fracturing in this province, we are going to contaminate our water forever. Shale fracking takes a huge amount of water. For example, between 2 and 9 million gallons of water are required for a single fracking job. Evidence is now coming out that in terms of what is put into the fracking process, the contaminants, the toxic chemicals, many of those are associated with very serious illnesses in places such as the United States, Alberta, and Saskatchewan, where this is taking place. So, for health reasons alone, we say no fracking on Prince Edward Island. To protect our groundwater, we say no fracking on Prince Edward Island. To protect the environment, we say no fracking on Prince Edward Island. So government officials, let's get together, say no to fracking, ban fracking, and to conclude, we say that any energy resource that sacrifices water protection and threatens people's health and environment safety in such significant ways should never be allowed to continue or develop in the first place in this province. Thank you very much.
What's going on? Going on? We need some facts to go.
You need a lot more material and well pads and pipes, etc., to get the same amount of volume that you used to get. There's also more leakage at the site, and it's basically as soon as you frack, it starts leaking methane like crazy into the atmosphere. And if you look at it, methane is 76 more times potent per unit mass than carbon dioxide, and so it's really not a way to stop Arctic ice sheet from melting. And if you really want to make a difference, you've got to be able to make that switch as fast as possible. And so if you look at doing the switch for Atlantic Canada, say, you'd need about 3,100 onshore turbines and maybe some offshore turbines, 3,100 5-megawatt turbines. The Summerside turbines are 3-megawatt turbines. 3,100 of those onshore If you space them out with a lot of spacing, then it takes about 2,500 kilometers squared, which is about 43% of PEI. But that gives you half of all energy almost for all of Atlantic Canada.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.